calls for a historic $11 billion deficit this year, a budget that prioritizes spending on healthcare and education. The plan to have a balanced budget's been bumped back to 29-30, 2 years later than planned. The deficit outlook for this year, 24-25, will be more than 3 times what the government had forecast for 23 and 24. And finally, a woman in Toronto has lost her cat, an exotic-looking 9-month-old Savannah male. A little guy went missing last week when a worker accidentally left a door open while her house was under renovation. She's doing everything possible to find the cat with a warning. Don't chase him. Just call us. Let us know where he is, and we'll come and get him. Oh, and she's also posted a $10,000 reward for information leading to the cat's safe return. This is Canada Calling and online at canadacalling.com. Prior Smith speaking from Toronto.
This is the Tan Talk Radio Network.
Good morning, everyone. Hopefully everyone's having a great Thursday morning. Welcome to the Knife and Fork Radio Show with your hosts, Mike and Eric. Hopefully everyone's doing well this morning. We've got a great guest in the studio today, and we've got a really good show lined up. So we've got some really nice content moving forward, and I think it's going to be a really good show today. Got a special guest in the studio with us. We're going to get to his operation a little bit later, but we've got Bruce Hershey from Piper's Pizza. He's going to be talking about his restaurant. He's actually in the studio with us today. It's not going to be a call-in. So after the break, we're going to get with him, and we're going to talk about his experiences with his pizzeria and what he goes through on a daily, and kind of get to know him a little bit. Bruce, how you doing this morning?
Doing great. Thanks for having me.
It's our pleasure. We love to have people in the studio. Mike, how about yourself? How you doing today?
I'm doing fantastic, Eric. How about you, man?
I'm doing well. You know, it's been a week. It's been a week since our last show. I think last week was really good. We had a good time, and I know we had some good laughs in the building. Got some good listeners out there. Hopefully we'll get some call-ins today. Go ahead and throw the numbers out there now for a local. It's 727-441-3000. Or if you're outside of the listening area, you can reach us toll-free at 1-866-826-1340. As we do every week, we want to get started with the restaurant news, the fun, wacky, stupid events in the restaurant business that happened last week. I'd like to touch and talk about those today. So if you guys are all ready, and by all means, Bruce, chime in whenever you like. I don't own this show. I'm not going to hog it from you. If you want to touch on anything, if you want to jump in at any point, you're my guest throughout the entire hour. So feel free to speak as much as you like. And I always want to give a shout out to Ed back there in the production room. He always does a great job for us. He always keeps me in line and makes sure that I don't say anything stupid, because I do like to do that from time to time. So thank you, Ed, for your service.
You know what I did on the weekend?
Talk to me, Goose.
I tried the double baconator.
No, get the hell out of here.
What? I cut it in half, let my girlfriend have the other half.
So you had a single baconator?
Well, no. Because I didn't want to eat the whole. I mean, it's like 1 million calories.
Yeah, probably. Hey, did you get that hot sauce, the chili sauce?
No, I didn't. I forgot. But I got to tell you that for fast food, it's probably the prettiest burger there.
Dude, I'm going to tell you that, right?
You go to McDonald's, you're lucky if the bread and the meat actually get together.
Absolutely.
In the same package.
Yep. Absolutely.
And this thing was like stacked perfectly. The bun was on there perfectly.
Now they do a great job.
You know, it was just it was like it was handed to you, not thrown across the room.
Yep. No, I totally get it. Yeah, no, I'm telling you, like I said last week, man, that Baconator is my favorite fast food sandwich. If I ever do indulge in fast food, which is a rarity in my world, but if I do, I'll tell you what, man, it's always going to be that Baconator every day of the week. Yeah. And if I ate it every day of the week, I'd probably die of a heart attack.
Yeah. So did you incur any surge pricing?
No.
I'd say it worked out even better for you, man.
No, I got the sandwich only. So I think that was was it $7? I think it's something.
That's not too bad.
That's not bad. That's not bad. Yeah.
Something like that. So,
well, that's good.
That's 2 pieces of meat.
Yeah, I mean,
two thick pieces, you know.
Right.
Yeah, no, they do it right.
Not the ones you can hold up and see the light through, you know.
Yeah, they're square, right?
Nothing like KFC would do to you.
Yeah.
Nothing like KFC would do to you, though, right?
No, the pizza. We're never going to talk about the pizza ever again. That will insult Bruce's business, and it's an insult to the chicken parmesan that I serve on a daily basis as well. All right, so let's get into the news real quick. I want to get through this as quickly as we can because I definitely want to talk to Bruce about his goings-on with his business. So apparently, Mike, there was a lawsuit filed against Starbucks for false advertising.
false advertising.
Now, listen, Starbucks, this story is going to blow your mind because Starbucks is a major corporation and you'd think they'd have their crap together when it comes to stuff like this. But apparently they advertise in their cups that everything is 100% ethically sourced as far as their beans are concerned. They're not from, areas where there's basically, just workers that don't get paid, harsh conditions, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But apparently there was a lawsuit filed a couple of months ago against them because there's abusive labor practices in Guatemala, Brazil, and Kenya, and they have proof of that. So what they're doing is they're buying their coffee beans from these places that are basically doing the exact opposite of what they advertise on their cups. And somebody is suing them now for false advertising because they're working these people to death and they're profiting from their
I saw a documentary on this actually.
On Starbucks?
No, not on Starbucks, but on the people that are getting worked to death in Guatemala and not getting paid anything.
Well, Starbucks is buying their beans.
And they are killing the land off because once you do the coffee, you have to wait. I think you have to wait a year or 2 or 3 years in order to replant the beans again, to reharvest it again.
No kidding.
So what they're basically doing is creating almost like a coffee or a food desert, so you can't plant anything afterwards, and then you have to wait the time.
I didn't know anything about that.
So you're basically moving around farms, in order to harvest these beans.
No kidding.
And it's putting all the people to work, and then now they have to travel further, and the mules have to travel whatever they're using. So it's like a circuit.
And that's actually if they're actually reharvesting, right?
That's correct.
They may just reuse it again, right?
Right.
It happens with cigars all the time, right? With tobacco leaves, right? So
same thing.
It'd be the same exact thing.
They never reuse it, then they've just destroyed the property, ran all the water out of it.
They just go on to the next place.
It's just
does that really matter to the person who's buying it?
I'm going to tell you what, probably, and that's a really good question because I'd say probably, are you talking about the customer that goes to Starbucks? What I would say probably 15 years ago, it wouldn't have been a big deal. But nowadays, people are really serious about, the concerns of the world moving forward. So,
especially our Gen Z audience, right? They really care about our environment.
Absolutely.
More than ever, right?
Yep, 100%.
And then look, you're paying more for a cup of coffee than you pay for a gallon of gas.
Oh, twice as much.
Right.
Yeah,
so
3 times
you
at
think
points.
through that lens,
Sure.
you're like, okay, you told me you were doing something great. Now you're not.
Yeah.
And you actually making me pay for double for it. I don't know about that.
Yeah. People, they'll get upset about that.
You know what? I pay devil's advocate on this one because I think that no one cares about it and they really like Starbucks.
Right. No, you're right.
Because I think they would do anything for Starbucks just to
True.
say, hey, I have Starbucks and I'm cool.
It's a status symbol.
It is a cool thing.
Nobody says, how about them beans?
Hey, maybe that could be their new motto. How
We
about
go to
them
the
beans?
grocery store. What's with the cage-free eggs? How the hell do eggs know if they were kept in a cage or not?
And
I don't understand. And I've tried them. There's no difference between the hen down the street and the cage-free eggs.
Do you think
except the price?
Maybe I don't think the egg is the one that's been caged.
Well,
and I think it's the chicken.
Then say cage-free chickens.
You know what? You're 100% right. And right after the show, I'm going to email them and I'll let them know that they're doing false advertising as well. And we in this studio today on Tan Talk are not going to stand for these unethical practices.
We will file a suit immediately afterwards.
No, I totally hear you though, Ed. You're 100% right. I get
100% correct.
100%. We are filing a class action, the 4 of us, and we're moving forward to the full extent of the law. We're going to take this
all the way.
We have a guest online.
Morgan.
Hey, I got a caller online. Who am I talking to this morning?
Hey, Eric, it's Peter.
Hey, Peter, how you doing, buddy?
I'm good.
Good.
I'm just sitting back listening to it, whenever you're ready for me.
You got it, Peter. You just stand by. Let me get through the news. We're going to get through Bruce's segment. It's going to be a little bit of a wait for you, but it's going to be worth it. So just stand by, okay?
Oh, I want to listen to the show no matter what.
That's what I like to hear. You're all right, Peter. All right, buddy. Stand by. We'll get to you in a few, okay? So anyway, moving on from Starbucks, because we could talk about cage-free eggs and beans that are unethically sourced all day long. It's just a topic that's very passionate to us, but we're going to keep the show rolling. McDonald's, they're going to add, check this number out. Yeah, Bruce, now we were talking about maybe your restaurant possibly expanding. We're talking about Mike's restaurant earlier before we got on the air. He's got this massive restaurant out there. But how is this for massive? McDonald's is going to add 9,000 more restaurants by 2027. That's incredible.
It's incredible.
9,000 restaurants. Yeah, I mean,
I'm perplexed.
I own 1,000 square foot restaurant, and I go home at night and I cry sometimes because I'm like, why did I do this to myself?
You and me both.
Yeah, I know you do. I know. I know. And then I'm thinking to myself, how in the hell are you going to do 9,000 more restaurants? That's insane. The number is staggering. Staggering.
Well, I mean, let's put it in perspective here. I mean, McDonald's doesn't care. what comes out?
No, they don't.
And
They don't.
Yeah,
they
that's true.
unplug
They
the
do
frosty
not.
machine every time they have to clean it.
Every single
and
time.
it's broken.
I know.
So, I mean, I
It's
think they
always
just really
broken.
don't care.
Yeah, I get
So,
it, man.
I mean,
But
you
it's just amazing to me, though. I mean, the number is just mind-boggling. I know McDonald's is, obviously they're McDonald's for God's sake, but I mean that number just blows my mind, man. I couldn't imagine what I would go through if I tried to open a second store right now.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Let alone 9,000.
I think I could
do.
do 9,000 3 out of 10 star restaurants and be very successful.
That's true.
I think
Of
I
course.
could do it. I
Yeah.
think I could do it.
Yeah, it's
I
not
could
bad.
probably do it remotely.
If you didn't care about what you were
If I
serving.
didn't care what I was doing, I think I could do it remotely and not pay anybody anything.
Let's see if we can pull that off then, man,
No,
because
let's do
we
it.
could get McDonald's money here soon if we can figure out a way to do
Let's
that.
call
I
Casper.
don't care.
Call Casper's up real quick.
Casper. Yeah,
Let's get it going.
Yeah, Casper. That reminds me of that movie, Kids. Did you ever see that?
Yeah.
It's Casper.
We can't talk about that a
Do you
lot.
know what I'm talking
We
about?
can't talk about that
Oh my
on the
God!
radio.
Yeah, we're not
Do
gonna
not
touch
quote that movie.
No,
on the
we're not
radio.
gonna touch on that movie anymore. But if anyone just caught what I said and you want to go and take a look at that movie, then by all means, just proceed with caution. That's
Yeah,
all I've got to say
proceed with
about that. I'm
caution.
glad you knew what I was talking about. It's
I think we saw it
Casper.
together.
All right, moving on.
Moving on.
I didn't have this in my original show notes, but I came across it and I thought it was pretty interesting. There's apparently a Florida man, and I'm just going to kind of read a little tidbits of this from the
Another
article.
Florida man?
Yeah, it's always a Florida man. A Florida man suffering from persistent migraines was in for what was likely a nasty shock when he sought medical treatment and learned what was causing his pain. Now, this gets a little gross, and I apologize if I'm ruining someone's breakfast out there, but apparently he was eating undercooked bacon for a long period of time. And the doctors have pinpointed that the migraines were because he started to develop tapeworms in his brain. And they associate it with the fact that he was eating undercooked bacon for years. He doesn't like the bacon crispy. He likes it a little bit soggy. And so this soggy bacon has caused this guy to get tapeworms in his brain.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, how's that for a wake up Tampa Bay at 9:16 in the morning?
I enjoy a flaccid piece of bacon like anyone else.
Yeah, do you really?
But it's got to be cooked a little bit. I mean,
Yeah.
come on.
Yeah, I like it
It's
crispy.
got to be at least
Yeah.
halfway.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
like
my
it.
mom likes it crispy. I like it a little,
I like
a
it.
little under.
I like
you
it
know?
right in the middle.
Well,
That's
don't
right.
eat it too under apparently because you're.
Oh, no, I mean what I mean.
And if you get a couple headaches,
No, it's
forget
still
about
got a
it.
little crisp. It's just not
Right.
like crunch.
Crunch, crunch, crunch.
Right.
Well, does it
Yeah,
qualify
where it's hurting your teeth to crunch it.
That's
yeah,
Does it qualify for disability through the government?
Yeah, I'm not sure, but I thought that
Okay.
was interesting because I'd never heard of anything like that
I
before.
wouldn't want to know how the tapeworms got in his brain.
Hell if I know, Ed.
Is he snorting the bacon?
I
I mean, you get a tapeworm, it's in your stomach.
right? No, they're in his brain. It's in his, yeah.
Florida man, I'd get a second opinion if I were you.
Well, yeah, Florida man. We're not going to mention your name, whoever you
It's
are.
also Florida doctor.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
that's
that's
Florida
right.
man and Florida doctor.
That's
Yeah.
right.
As they say, only in
That's right.
Florida. Yeah,
If it's Florida man, then Florida doctor could be next door neighbor.
it could be. Yeah,
There
it
you
could
go.
be. But
be the trailer next
all right.
door.
So what have we learned this morning? You can't drink coffee because it's unethically sourced.
Right.
You can't eat eggs because they're cage free. So we're going to boycott the egg industry.
Yep.
And now apparently we can't have bacon with our breakfast either. So we've just ruined breakfast for everyone across the board. Because if
Well,
you
hold on. And you're also forgot about McDonald's. Like they're going to be on every single corner now.
yes, absolutely,
Right?
yeah,
And they're going to continue offering, not so delicious food because they don't care.
absolutely. So the only thing you can eat moving forward is going to be McDonald's because they're the only ones that are going to be out there.
I will tell you though, I drink
Okay.
community coffee
Community
with,
coffee.
with
Yeah.
ground up mushrooms in it.
What
It's the worst tasting thing I've ever had in my life.
is that? What you're drinking right now?
That's what
Mike?
I'm drinking right now.
You've talked to me about this so-called mushroom coffee every week when I see you, and I
It tastes
just
like
can't.
dirt.
I'm drinking regular coffee right now.
Right.
Cheers, everybody. Yeah,
It tastes like dirt. But you know what?
yeah.
Hey man,
That's
you know.
interesting. Yeah, I this mushroom coffee trend is really catching on though. I mean, I've
It's
talked
got
to.
great health benefits.
Have you?
Oh,
ever
does
tried
it?
It has
I've never heard of it.
amazing health benefits.
I speak to
feel
Now,
great.
you grind them in yourself, or is that what they sell?
They already sell them ground up. Who would have
So
known?
they're just like
mix
you
it in
hide for
with-
the mushrooms. They just grind them up. They throw it in there.
Yeah, and I just mix it in with like this little worm mixer.
Yeah, and that's
Throw it
it.
in my coffee, and I'm good to go.
Huh.
Helps with inflammation,
Now,
probiotics.
is there regular coffee in there as well? Or is it
Yeah,
just
there's
straight ground
regular
up mushroom?
coffee
Oh,
and ground mushrooms.
Okay, gotcha.
So it's both.
gotcha.
I was doing just the ground up mushrooms,
Right.
but it tastes like red dirt
Yeah,
as opposed to regular
red
dirt.
dirt. Red dirt can be a little disturbing at times. That's
Yes,
true.
red
Yeah.
dirt's worse than regular
Yeah,
dirt.
of course.
obviously.
Absolutely.
Of
You know,
course.
if you had a
Wow.
dirt pie.
Dirt pie. Hey, listen, that's all I got for restaurant news this week. We're going to go take a short break real quick because I want to get to talking to Bruce about Piper's Pizza. Listen, guys, phone lines will be open. We'll take call-ins when we get back. This is the Knife and Fork Radio Show on the Tam Talk Radio Network, sponsored by Goodfellas Italian Restaurant and Subs. We'll talk to you after the break.
This is the Tan Talk Radio Network.
At Goodfellas Knife and Fork Italian Kitchen, we never compromise quality. Every dish is made to order, and everything that goes in the dish is made from scratch. From our delicious marinara sauce to our homemade croutons that go in your Caesar salad and everything else in between. We offer dine-in, takeout, and delivery as well. Call us at 727-841-8864 or check us out on the web at www.goodfellowsitalian.com. We also have a full catering menu available for all of your large party needs. Mention this ad and get 10% off your entire order. Once again, that's Goodfellas Knife and Fork Italian Kitchen. We're located at 5446 Grand Boulevard in beautiful downtown Newport Richey. You can reach us at 727-841-8864. Check us out on the web at www.goodfellowsitalian.com.
This April 9th to the 14th, join us in Lakeland at Sun and Fun's biggest event ever. Discover a jam-packed lineup of special events all week long. Dazzling air shows and hundreds of exhibits are waiting for you. And don't miss a once-in-a-lifetime concert by Dylan Scott.
I need one she ain't climbed up in, that ain't played her favorite songs.
With special guest Sarah Evans on opening night Tuesday, April 9th at 6 p.m. Witness the Thunderbirds soar through the afternoon sky as you explore more than 500 exhibitions. Watch mesmerizing fireworks shows on Wednesday and Saturday night and more. Get ready for an immersive experience for the whole family. And don't forget, you can bring kids under 10 for free, whether you stay for a day or all week. Take fun to new heights this April. Don't miss out on Sun and Fun 2024. Get tickets and a guaranteed parking pass at flysnf.org. That's flysnf.org.
This is the Tan Talk Radio Network.
Welcome back, everybody. Again, you're listening to the Knife and Fork Radio Show on the Tan Talk Radio Network with your hosts, Eric and Mike. And with our special guest today, Bruce from Piper's Pizza. Bruce, let's get into it without any kind of further ado. Now, I've known Bruce, just so you all listeners out there know how I actually was able to bring him on the show. I live in Palm Harbor, and my wife and I I don't know. How long you been there now, Bruce?
Almost 3 years.
Okay, I was going to say probably about 2 years ago is what I was thinking. We found this little pizzeria in this little plaza right behind our house. I'm like, let's give this place a shot. My wife loves pizza. I like pizza. I'm not a crazy, I'm not like a freak about pizza. My wife loves pizza. So we're like, all right, cool. It's convenient. It's right by the house. Let's stop in there real quick and check it out. And we got a couple pizzas for the family, brought them home. And I'll tell you, man, from that day, we've been hooked. I mean, we literally do not go to any other pizzerias in the area. We used to go to another pizzeria up there on, what the hell's the road? I don't know, downtown Palm Harbor, where they do like the wood-fired pizza.
Absolutely.
And I'm going to tell you what, great pizza.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Different style.
Absolutely.
But delicious nonetheless. That was our go-to before. We've been living in Palm Harbor for quite some years now, and that was our go-to pizzeria until we found your place. And we haven't gone back to that place for pizza since we found you. So
wow, that touches my heart. I mean, that's why we did this.
Yeah, of course.
I've been making pizzas for 25 years, not commercially, really in my house. And my wife and I, we've had this passion for 25 years. Matter of fact, we named Piper's that long ago.
No kidding.
Because we knew we wanted to do it. It's because we met in a pizzeria. I was slinging pizzas. My wife was a waitress, and
very cool.
We fell in love, and we fell in love with pizza. And so we've been making it ever since.
I love it.
We wanted to bring that into this place.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you, whatever chemistry you guys had in the beginning definitely worked. And it shows when you put that pizza down in that box, because I'm telling you, man, we go there at least once every couple of weeks. I know everybody that works there. They know me when I walk in the door.
Oh, yeah.
It's like they know my wife. She likes a little extra sauce on the side. She wants it hot.
Oh, you want your sauce warm. That's what I know.
Yeah, you've made that order before. Yeah, and they know that. And it's crazy because, it's like that little neighborhood pizzeria where it's like, cheers. Everybody knows your name. You walk in there and, boom, everybody's there. You say hi to everybody. And they appreciate me coming in. I appreciate them delivering a good pizza to us as well.
Well, I mean, for us, our motto is serving good food and providing excellent customer service.
That's it.
And you guys things that matter to us, right? Yep. And we take a lot of pride in that.
Yep.
Josh, our manager, that makes those pizzas look really perfect, and he takes a lot of passion to it as well. And I think that's what you have to have is passion.
Yeah.
It's not just food.
Yep.
you're actually creating something to put a smile on someone's face.
Of course.
To make those taste buds pop.
Yep,
right?
absolutely. Yep. Whatever those ingredients are, when you assemble them, you put them together and you make a composed dish out of it and you get a smile and you get a reaction, you've done your job and you've done it well.
That's right.
And that's why we do this. Like Mike and I, we talk about this every week on the show. We're breaking our asses, for 12 hours a day, killing ourselves in these restaurants. And, you get your people that kind of don't care, kind of breeze through. And then you get the people that just love everything about the place.
That's correct.
And when those people come back in and they tell you how good of a job you're doing and thank you for the service and, for the, it just puts a smile on your face and it just kind of reinforces the fact that you did it. Like so, I know personally, I question my business every day. I'm like, why in the hell did I ever do this? You know what I mean? But I get that one customer a day that walks in that just makes me say, okay, that's why I did it.
Exactly right. And that's the passion.
Yeah,
right.
That's the
and then,
reassurance.
my wife, she's there, 5 days a week. And the stories that she has with our customers when they come in and, oh my God, I love your pizza. That's why we do it.
That's it.
Right.
That's it.
And you can go to get a pizza anywhere. And we're honored that people come to Piper's to try our pizza and to enjoy it.
Absolutely.
It's amazing.
Now, are you open? I know you're closed on Monday and Tuesday at your shop. Do you do lunch?
We only do lunches on Saturdays and Sundays.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So we on Wednesday and Thursday and Friday we open at 4:00.
Okay,
and we did that because there's a lot of lunch opportunities around us, and we wanted to make sure that we were open when our customers wanted us to be open.
Yeah.
So we adjusted, and it's worked extremely well for us.
Yeah, you've got a huge community back behind you. That's where I live. So those people, they come home for they want dinner. That's where it's at, man. It's not about lunch. It's all about dinner in that area.
And then in summertime, when kids are off school, we may adjust our hours, obviously, because we want to make sure that they're hungry and that we can feed them appropriately. So,
of course.
So we may adjust them.
How's Halloween for you?
Halloween is off the chain.
I mean,
it is one of our busiest nights, and I think that's a standard across the industry.
Yeah. In the pizza industry,
it is
absolutely,
absolutely, it really is. And sometimes it works for us, and sometimes it doesn't. And it's because Halloween we might be open.
Right.
And so if we're closed on a Monday or Tuesday and Halloween falls on it, guess what? We don't get that, right?
Yeah.
But we'll run some Halloween specials before that.
Leading up to. Yeah, I remember I worked at a busy pizzeria for quite some years, and on Halloween it was a nightmare. But it's the worst 3 hours of your life. And then Bruce, correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, you're doing 100 pies an hour.
At 7:30, at 7:30, it's a ghost town. There's nobody there. You're breaking your ass for 3 hours straight. Your ovens are getting cold because you're in and out of them the whole time, and they can't recover. So you're trying to figure out how you're going to get these pizzas cooked. And then at 7:30, it's a ghost town. Everybody's gone. All the kids are out trick or treating by 7:30 when the sun starts to go down. But it's quick, it's easy, it's convenient. Instead of like making a composed meal at your house or going out, you just buy a couple pizzas for the family, feed the kids a couple slices. Then we're going to go trick or treat, and then they can go to bed when they're done. And by 7:30, it's over, man. It's the weirdest day in the pizza business. Have you ever done anything with pizzas, Mike?
I have personally, no. I've not done anything with pizzas.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if you did.
We do the traditional Mother's Day,
of course,
stuff like that.
But not like a stretch pizza or anything like that.
No, not like a stretch pizza.
It's a different animal. It's a whole different animal than what we're used to doing. That's for sure.
I tell you, I did work at a place in Clearwater for 1 day a week for a couple of months, and they did pizzas there, and I wasn't really responsible for the pizzas. I was just in charge of everything.
Yeah.
But it's definitely a different ballgame.
It's an art. It's a different animal. It's a technique that if you're not accustomed to it, you have to learn that technique.
And there's a special chef that you have to hire in order to be able to do this.
1,000%.
It's not just, hey, I'm a chef, I can do this. No. It's a pizza chef. So it's a totally different ballgame.
And that pizza chef, more likely than not, doesn't know how to do like the cooking aspect of the restaurant business.
Right, of course.
So you get into the pizza business and you learn pizzas and you stick with it forever.
Exactly.
In my experiences, I don't know, Bruce, maybe I'm wrong, but in my experiences, like the pizza chef never really crossed over to the kitchen.
No, it doesn't make sense.
There's a few of us that have been able to do it. But for the most part, pizza guys are pizza guys, cooks are cooks. You know what I mean? And it's hard to cross that line.
What's interesting about that is that like our pizza manager, Josh, he actually came from the line side.
Wow, that's fantastic.
He's
right, which is actually perfect for us because we do cheesesteaks, right? And we grill a lot, right? And so So when it comes to ticket times and all that, he's a master
He's all
at
over it.
because he knows
Sure.
what
He knows
both
both
sides
sides.
work.
Right,
So it
right.
really works really well for us.
Absolutely.
That's awesome.
Yeah. No, it's really cool. I like that. Yeah. I mean, it's hard to come by, but there's some people out there that have done it.
And it's hard to break that mold too, right?
It
Because
is.
It's a mental
I'm pizza, right?
Right.
And he likes to watch the tickets come in and say, "Oh no, do this and do this." I'm like, "No, just slam them out. Let's go." And he's
Yeah.
like, "No, Bruce.
Got to time them out.
Yeah, you got to time it out.
Gotta time him out.
Sure. He's got that. He's got that
Absolutely.
So
internal
you'll
clock
be
in his
tight to
head.
that, absolutely."
That's pretty cool. He's got that internal clock. Now, Bruce, let's get into this real quick. I know it hasn't gone public yet, but you were visited by somebody last week. I don't know if you want to talk about that or not, but you got
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So we were blessed. Dave Portnoy was in Tampa Bay Area, as most people know that follow pizza, if you
Sure.
will. And we were, I think, lucky number 13. He came to see us on the last stroll about 8:30 at night on a Wednesday.
Wow.
And it's been incredible for us.
Yeah.
Just the experience of having Dave come to your pizzeria
Yeah.
shows a lot that you are doing something.
It confirms.
It confirms.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yep.
And look, not everybody always gets, high scores, low scores, medium scores, or whatever it is. And to me, like, the score matters, right? But what really matters is also the community scores, right? And the community, I think, really draws attention to that One Bite app to bring people into it. And then you look at the Yelp reviews and Google reviews and all those wonderful things. And I think that when you start to peel that back a little bit, look, we haven't been in business for 3 years, right? And a lot of pizzerias, 7, 10 years have been around, and some of those got recognized and some of those did not, right?
Yeah, right.
And we are so blessed and so honored to have him come. And we couldn't be there.
Yeah.
Right. We were celebrating actually Piper's birthday.
Oh, wow. How about
and
that?
so that's our daughter. That's what the pizzeria is named after. And so it was really interesting is that, Josh, our manager, calls us. He's on his way. He's coming. We know he's coming. And,
how did he know? How did he know he was coming?
He has a guy that calls.
Oh, okay.
And orders the pizza.
Gotcha. Oh, fantastic.
Right.
And his name is like Austin or something,
and
right?
so they picked up on it. And then so Josh called me. I'm like, crap.
Well, you better make a good pizza if you want to be employed tomorrow.
Exactly.
Yeah, you better do it right.
Exactly. I'm like, and I started coaching him. I'm like, you know what? No, I don't need to coach him.
No, let him
we
do
are
it.
consistent in what we do with every single pie.
Absolutely.
Right.
Okay. And so for me, I have so much faith and trust in Josh and our team.
Awesome.
That, I was like, you know what? I'm just going to back away.
Yeah.
Let him do him.
Yeah,
right. Because that's what he does really well.
That's it, man. That's why he's there.
And then he was talking to Dave and actually was able to FaceTime my daughter Piper and say happy birthday to her.
Portnoy said happy birthday?
Oh, yeah.
Awesome.
It's
Very
awesome.
cool. Very
That's
cool.
awesome. My daughter was freaking out.
What a great birthday for her.
It was great,
Wow.
right? And, it brought it all together. And we, like I said, we couldn't be there. And we had some awesome fans and customers that were out around. There's a bar next to us called Palm Harbor House of Beer.
Right.
And so they're patrons of ours and theirs, and they go back and forth. And they got us some really good pictures and even some videos. And, we got confirmation of our score, which is pretty awesome.
Awesome.
And we're just blessed, right?
Very cool.
And I can't say anything else other than, it's just an amazing experience,
Very
right?
cool.
And I think that if I, talk to my feather pizzeria owners, like, just keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Put that love and passion into it.
Yeah.
Right. And because that's what we do. Right.
Yeah,
and
that's
I
it.
know the others that got selected do the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Right.
Of course.
And your time will come. Right.
Yeah.
And I promise you, just keep working at it, and just pushing for greatness.
Now, you said he hasn't published the review of your establishment as of yet.
That's
correct?
right. That's
Okay.
right. That's right.
What do you think is going to happen with your business when that goes public and people look at it and say, holy crap, Portnoy gave this guy this rating? Are you going to have to hire more staff? Or are you going to have to knock out some walls and put in some more ovens? What do you think the plan is going to be moving forward?
Well,
when that does hit?
that's what we're doing now. So
Good.
we're focused on staff right now, right? Staffing up, which is really important. We can manage the time, but last week was our record week for us.
Good.
In our company history.
And now and Portnoy hadn't even published yet. So
no,
it was
we just
organic.
did a post. We just did a post ourselves.
Okay, gotcha.
Like other pizzerias that
Sure.
came to visit them. And it's just been crazy.
Off the charts.
Last Friday, amazing.
Good.
Right.
Good.
And so just the entire week. I mean, ever since he was on a Wednesday. So Thursday was good. better
Right.
than normal Thursdays.
Mhm.
Fridays was almost double.
Wow.
And
Double.
And
Holy
then
crap.
Saturdays was also, once again, a very high percentage above.
Awesome.
And then
Awesome.
Sunday as well, right?
Good.
And so right now we're in spring break time,
Mhm.
right? Schools are out. And so, the momentum is still there.
Yeah.
And I'm also thinking about, hey, do I need to slap 2 more ovens in there?
Hey.
Right?
You know.
Because we want to serve our customers, right? We
Yeah.
want our customers to come in and enjoy it. And just because we're busy, I don't want to have that void for them.
Sure.
I want them to be able to enjoy it.
Yeah. You want them to be able to order it and get it in a timely manner. It's still going to be good.
It's going to be great.
But you don't want them to wait. If you had more oven space, you had more kitchen, it'd be a lot easier to execute on a higher volume basis.
That's right. And
Sure.
I highly recommend, we're a small shop. We're 1,000 square feet like you.
Right.
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 And so we got indoor dining, like 3 tables, 3
Mhm.
outside. You can always go to Hob next door and eat over there as well.
Right.
Your pizza over there. I highly recommend that you eat the pizza as fresh as you can.
Oh, for sure.
Because we
Of
put in
course.
the box, it steams.
Yeah.
Right. And we do precautions. We put some pretty awesome liners down below.
Yeah, I've
Keep it
seen the
warm.
liners.
You've seen
Yeah,
the liners, right?
with the ribs in there.
Yeah, it's a crispy crust
Yeah.
liner. Just keeps it, warmer for extra about 30 minutes.
Yeah.
It's great. But I highly recommend come in,
Yeah.
enjoy it. If we don't have the space available in our shop, you bring it over to Hob, have a
Sure.
nice frosty beverage, and
There you go.
enjoy your pizza. With
And
that.
you know what? I'm sure at the bar next door, they probably appreciate that extra business coming
they
in too.
do. They do.
I will tell you this, Bruce. Every time I get a pizza from you, I walk over there and I have a beer while I'm waiting for it to get done. You know what I mean?
We always say it's,
Yeah.
depending on what you order, it's a 1 or 2 beer wait.
That's it. Yeah. I'll text my wife. I'm like, pizza's not ready yet. I'm over here having a beer.
Absolutely.
I follow Dave on Instagram.
Oh, do you
So-
really? Yeah.
So he was in St. Pete,
Right.
and then he was at Brits in Madeira Beach.
Okay.
So because he was standing and looking at the Thunderbird, and he was just like, "What is a Thunderbird?"
Right. Yeah. No way.
I put it back and said, "It's a hotel, dude. Look at all the cars."
That's funny.
And then so I don't think that went well. So I think he's making his way up.
Yeah. Yeah. He's doing a tour.
He's doing his tour.
Yeah, he's doing a tour
Oh,
for sure.
You ever seen the one where the guy chased him off the road?
Oh my God! I just watched that yesterday at the restaurant. One of my guys, Mike, showed me. You ever see that video?
Sure.
Which one is it?
Where the guy that owned the pizzeria chased Portnoy off the property?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Called him
Well,
called him fat or Dave said, fat guy or whatever.
Right.
Get a t-shirt that fits you. Or
No,
something like that.
he told him he said a few choice words.
Yeah, oh,
and then he
yeah,
says,
oh, yeah.
"Listen," he's like, "Your shirt's 3 sizes too
Yeah.
small, you fat ass." That's what he told him. Yeah.
Absolutely.
I think I know that guy.
Yeah, but that business has gone crazy.
Yeah, sure.
He said he was the worst pizzeria in the country,
And now it's off the charts.
and now it's off the
It's
charts.
amazing. One
right?
guy's influence can make all that difference.
Absolutely.
It's amazing.
And that's and that's what you can like him or hate Dave at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But he does good
Yeah.
for the pizza industry.
Absolutely.
He helps small businesses.
It's
my
ready
God.
product.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's all
I
it's
mean,
doing.
What didn't he raised and donated like $50 million to the restaurant
Yeah.
industry during the pandemic when all that was going on?
Absolutely.
I mean, the guy's he's a philanthropist. He gets it done. You know
he
what I mean?
gets it done.
He's cocky. He's arrogant.
He is.
He thinks who he is. You know what I mean? If that makes any sense.
And he
Anybody.
likes the type of pizza
But
he
he
likes.
loves
though.
it. Yeah. And
Right.
he's-
And that's the thing. Like
he's a good guy.
the ratings can go so much. And
yeah.
what I loved about the video clip that I saw that was recorded is when he took a bite of our pizza, he goes, "Wow,
That's
I love
huge.
your sauce."
Awesome.
Wow, that's awesome.
Right. And that's like
Sauce
the
is
game
amazing.
changer.
Yeah.
And that goes back down to the fresh ingredients
Sure.
that we use, right?
Yeah, it's your
We
old
pick our
Chinas I
produce
see
fresh.
you've got over there.
Albertina,
The stainless sauce,
absolutely.
tomatoes and all that. Yep.
Yep. And we
Yep.
pick our, produce fresh,
Yep.
a couple days a week, to make sure you're getting the freshest ingredients.
Yep.
And we make our dough fresh like
Sure.
every pizzeria does,
Yeah.
for the most part,
Yeah.
right? And I think that's the difference, right? And it's
Yeah.
that love and passion you put
Of
behind
course. Of course.
it.
That's
and
how it goes.
we have a thing with us. And if the pizza comes out, it doesn't meet our requirements, it goes right in the trash and we start over.
Sure.
Right? We are not going to serve a pie that does not meet our standards.
I'll tell you what, I can attest to that because I ordered a pizza one time from you guys and I walked in there and I'm telling you, and you guys always, what I think is a nice touch when a customer walks in, you open the box and you show the customer the pizza, then you close it before, the customer takes possession of the pie. And I walked in one time and, Josh was actually on the ovens and he's like, it's going to be a couple extra minutes. He's like, there was a problem with the pizza and I had to start it over and make you another one. And I'm looking at it and I'm like, what are you talking about? Let me see it. You know what I mean? Because I again, not my restaurant, it's yours.
Yep.
But I'm still going to be very concerned about your cost of goods
Of
as
course.
well. And that's just the restaurant guy in me. And I'll always, like I'm worried about Mike's cost of goods right now. You know what I mean? And he's not even open yet. I'm like, oh God, his bartenders are overpouring right now. Oh my God,
It's definitely happening.
there's not even anybody in the building yet. But that's just how I am.
They
I
slept there.
Let's say I opened the box. I look at the pizza that supposedly was not the one he wanted to serve me. And there was a little notch out of one of the pieces of the crust, about the size of a nickel.
Yep.
Where it looks like maybe the peel kind of like hit incorrectly when he was going to take it out of the oven. And it just notched the corner of the pizza before it was cut. And I'm looking at him like, what are you talking about? Like, what's wrong with this pizza? And he's like, I can't serve that, man. It's like, I can't serve that to you. I'm like, why not? There's nothing wrong with this pizza. And he's like, I'm making it. And thankfully, he was just stretching it at the time. It was still on the table. The dough was. And I'm like, look, man, that pizza's perfect. Stop saying that and just give me my pizzas. I said, I don't mind waiting if there was a problem with it, but there's no problem with this pizza. I appreciate, so yeah, I can attest to that. You will not let a pizza go out of that place unless it's 100% perfect. I fell into that, and I wouldn't allow it to happen. I'm like, give me the damn pizza, man. There's nothing wrong with it. So I made Josh give me the goddamn pizza that day.
Right, and we appreciate that, right?
Yeah.
But that's the trained muscle, right?
Right, of course.
We want to make sure. I mean, we eat with our eyes.
Yeah.
Right.
Absolutely.
And of course, you didn't see a difference.
But
right?
you knew exactly.
But we knew the
Of course,
difference,
of
right?
course.
And and we want to make sure that when those pictures, people are taking their pictures,
Sure.
and they open that box.
Yeah.
And that's why we show it to you.
Yeah,
We want to
absolutely.
make sure this is what you ordered.
Just your
We
expectations.
don't want any surprising delights
Yeah.
when you get home, right?
Did you tell us Dave's score or not?
Would you like me to tell you what I heard?
I'm gonna tell you what, Bruce. That's entirely up to you because I know it hasn't gone public yet. And if you want to divulge that information, I know what it is, but I'm not going to say it unless you're comfortable with it. So
Here's what I'll
me.
tell you. Here's what I'll tell you.
Is it in the 7s or 8s?
It's in the 7s.
Okay.
It's in the middle of the road. How's
There
that?
you go. That's
How's that?
There you go. Good
Okay.
enough.
So
That's
you
pretty
can
good.
use your
I like it, if you ask me.
imagination.
I rarely see him give an 8, and I've once heard that he gave a 9 out.
Right.
I've heard that
So-
one time.
Right.
I've heard one
right,
time. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's crazy, right? And we're blessed. I mean, for Dave to come in, he likes the New Hampshire, Boston type of pizza, right? And ours is a little different.
Mhm.
Ours has a twist to it, right?
What style would you categorize your pizza in? It's not New York style. It's
Yeah,
not,
no,
it's
it
New
is.
York style. Is
Yeah,
that what
New
you
York
would say it is?
style.
Yeah.
I mean, that's our
Okay.
primary New
Okay.
York style. And we do our best to reduce the flop,
Right.
And
Sure.
it depends on toppings,
Yeah.
right? You got toppings, you're gonna have flop.
Yeah.
Right? The more toppings, the more flop you got. But we also do a thin and crispy, what people call like a tavern,
Right.
Chicago style, and it's really thin and crispy. You like
Really?
that? And then it's amazing if you like.
Wow, I
that
wonder if
thin
my
and
wife
crispy.
knows that because she loves the Chicago style pizza, and
You
she
should
actually
try it.
gets her pizza and she has you cut it into squares.
Yeah. So do it thin and crispy with squares.
No
It's
kidding.
amazing.
All right, yeah,
Absolutely.
Hopefully, she's listening right now, and I don't have to remind her because I'll probably forget to tell her that when we order the next
I
time.
don't know if you guys are old enough to remember the worst pizza on the planet.
I don't know, maybe
Pizza Inn.
Pizza Inn.
Pizza Inn.
Agreed.
I remember going there as a kid.
Man, I don't know
Yeah,
Pizza
it's a
Inn.
kid.
Playing Pac-Man.
Agreed.
Really?
Playing Pac-Man, the buffet bar, right?
Yeah.
Oh, they had a
Oh,
buffet.
it was
no,
bad.
no. You're talking about Pizza Hut.
Oh, that was Pizza Hut.
yeah,
Okay.
they had the salad
Pizza
bar.
Inn,
Yeah.
the
Pizza
worst.
Inn. Yeah.
I don't remember that
That was like
place.
saltine cracker with ketchup on it. It was
Yeah.
Nice.
the only
It's the Shoney's of buffets.
No, really?
the only thing you can do as a teenager is hang out with your friends and sneak a little beer here and there. And then,
I like that. Yeah, that's
That
good.
was
idea.
about it.
Yeah. And then we had a lot of customers asking us for a deep dish.
Right.
And so we don't do Detroit style.
Yeah.
We just do a 12 by 12 deep dish,
Yeah.
right? And it's awesome.
Awesome.
If you like a deep dish,
Yeah.
but
For
it's not like a Jets, Detroit,
Right.
or even like what I tell you, Nona has an amazing Detroit pizza,
Do
right?
they? Yeah.
But it's a good
It's a good pizza.
pizza if you
All right,
like a
good.
thick pizza.
Yeah, I'll
I
take
do like
that
a
into
thick pizza,
consideration.
believe it
Yeah.
or not.
For sure.
Yeah.
I'm hungry.
Hey, I'll tell you what, Bruce, I know we were talking about it before we got started. You got a special offer for the listening audience that's out there today. If somebody calls in,
Yeah, somebody calls
in.
in. Why don't come and get a cheese pizza on me? How
All right.
about that? A large 18-inch cheese pizza, the Port Night special. How's that?
There you go. Now, Pete, I know you're already on hold out there and you're listening and you're waiting patiently, but unfortunately, you will be disqualified from this as a guest because you were on the phone before we actually announced that. So, whoever's out there listening right now, 727-441-3000, or if you're out of the calling area, 1-866-826-1340, the Knife and Fork Radio Show. Give us a call, and Bruce from Piper's Pizza is offering a free pizza to the next caller that calls in. All you got to do is just call, talk to us for a minute, and then Bruce will get your information, or I'm sorry, it'll get your information, and we'll get you set up with a gift certificate or a voucher for a free pizza next time.
Just grab your name and we'll take care of you. And then, of course, for everybody here in the studio, you get a free pizza as well.
Awesome. All right, listen, I want to take a short break for a couple minutes, pay some bills out there. Pete, stand by. We're going to get to you right after the break. You're listening to the Knife and Fork Radio Show on the Tan Talk Radio Network. Eric, Mike, and our special guest, Bruce. Looking forward to this break ending so we can get back to all the fun.
This is the Tan Talk Radio Network.
At Goodfellas Knife and Fork Italian Kitchen, we never compromise quality. Every dish is made to order, and everything that goes in the dish is made from scratch. From our delicious marinara sauce to our homemade croutons that go on your Caesar salad and everything else in between. We offer dine-in, takeout, and delivery as well. Call us at 727-841-8864 or check us out on the web at www.goodfellowsitalian.com. We also have a full catering menu available for all of your large party needs. Mention this ad and get 10% off your entire order. Once again, that's Goodfellas Knife and Fork Italian Kitchen. We're located at 5446 Grand Boulevard in beautiful downtown Newport Richey. You can reach us at 727-841-8864. Check us out on the web at www.goodfellowsitalian.com.
This April 9th to the 14th, join us in Lakeland at Sun and Fun's biggest event ever. Discover a jam-packed lineup of special events all week long. Dazzling air shows and hundreds of exhibits are waiting for you. And don't miss a once-in-a-lifetime concert by Dylan Scott.
I need one she ain't climbed up in, that ain't played her favorite songs.
With special guest Sarah Evans on opening night Tuesday, April 9th at 6 p.m. Witness the Thunderbirds soar through the afternoon sky as you explore more than 500 exhibitions. Watch mesmerizing fireworks shows on Wednesday and Saturday night and more. Get ready for an immersive experience for the whole family. And don't forget, you can bring kids under 10 for free. Whether you stay for a day or all week, take fun to new heights this April. Don't miss out on Sun and Fun 2024. Get tickets and a guaranteed parking pass at flysnf.org. That's flysnf.org.
This is the Tan Talk Radio Network.
Welcome back, everybody. Knife and Fork Radio Show with Mike, Eric, and our special guest, Bruce. Hopefully everyone's having a great Thursday morning. I know we always do every Thursday. This is my favorite day of the week, Mike. I don't know about you. It's without a doubt my favorite day of the week.
My favorite day
I love it. I love everything about Thursdays.
It's the day before Friday, and it's the day after Hump Day.
That's right.
So it's right.
Yeah,
it's right
that's
there.
true.
It's right there.
Now, Pete, are you still on the line? I want to get to you here in a second. I just want to make sure you're still hanging on. All right. Give me just 1 second. I want to touch one thing, and then we're going to roll right into you, okay? Like I always say, like this radio show, we thankfully, I've got my restaurant to support it and back it up. And that's the reason why we can come out and do these things on the air today. So I always got to give a special shout out to the restaurant and my workers. My restaurant's up in Newport Richey, 5446 Grand Boulevard, Goodfellas Knife and Fork Italian Kitchen and Subs. And just want to let everybody know that, we try to do what we can to give back to the community over at Goodfellas, and we do some good things for the population out in the Newport Richey area. And coming up here in March 25th starts spring break for Pasco County. We're right in the heart of Pasco County. We're right off of Main Street, out of the downtown area. Now, I don't know if anyone's familiar with the Newport Richey area, but Newport Richey area, there's some really affluent parts of Newport Richey, and there's some really unfortunate parts of Newport Richey as well. Where our location, we're kind of like dead center. If you go a little bit west, you're on the water, boats, yachts, mansions. You go east, you may not see anything like that. May not even see a car in the driveway. So what we like to do over the break, we did this when I had the deli before we moved to the new location where we are now. A lot of parents can't, they don't have the abilities to feed their kids when school's not in session. That's one of those things that's a hard, unsettling fact. If school's not in session, then the kids just don't get to eat because the parents simply can't afford to do it. So over at Goodfellas, we like to take the lead on that. And we've been doing this for the last 2.5 years. And we'll start doing it again this March 25th. What we do is we do free brown bag lunches for all the kids in the area.
That is awesome.
Yeah. So what I do is I make a sandwich. I put a bag of chips in there, and I put a juice box in there, and I put them into brown paper bags. I throw them into the refrigerator, and no questions asked. If you're a family in need and you can't find a way to support your family and you can't feed them when school's not in session, all you got to do is just walk through my front door at Goodfellas, and I'll give you a free brown bag for your kids. My only stipulation is I got to see the kid.
Yeah, fair enough.
I've had a couple guys walk in there and say, "Hey, I got 10 kids at home. Can I get 10 lunches?" I'm like, "Take a walk, buddy." You know what I mean?
Of course.
I'm pretty, I'm pretty straightforward. I don't really sugarcoat a lot of anything.
Yeah.
But you walk in there with 10 kids, I'm giving you 10 bags of lunches every day of the
I
week.
love that.
And I don't even want you to buy anything from me to do it. You don't have no purchase necessary.
I love it.
The kid walks in, says, "Can I get a brown bag?" Absolutely. Here you go, kid. And we do that every time school's not in session. It's brutal during the summer months because there's no school in session. It's very costly during the summer months as well. But I do it all summer long as well. Anytime there's a break in school, be it spring break, Christmas break, whatever, summer break, and I just want to, let everybody know that if you do need it and you live in the Newport Ridge area, you can more than welcome to swing by my restaurant next week, anytime throughout the course of the week. 5446 Grand Boulevard, Goodfellas Knife and Fork Italian Kitchen. We'll start doing those next Monday, or Monday the 25th, I guess, is the first day of spring break. We'll do that the whole week. All right.
That's awesome.
Just a heads up for anybody else.
Hey, look, we all grew up,
Yeah, man.
a little bit under.
Hey, there's been several times when I was a kid and I was like, I don't know where my next meal is coming from either. You know what I mean? We all struggled.
Been there, done that.
My parents struggled growing up, and I'm empathetic, and I definitely get it. You know what I mean?
Me too.
Yeah, we wondered how we were going to keep the lights on, how we're going to put food on the table sometimes, and moving forward as an adult, I'm blessed that I don't have to deal with those issues any longer. I've got a little bit more than some. I've got a lot less than others, but why not give a little bit back if I've got a little bit more than others?
Man, you got a good heart. I love that.
Yeah, I try. Yep. So that's going to be on the start of the 25th of March. We'll start doing that. But moving on, enough about me. Pete, talk to me, Goose. How you doing out there?
I'm doing great. I'm so enjoying this show, but I'm drooling here listening to you guys about all the food, man. And I am definitely going to be at Piper's to get one of those thin crust pizzas.
Good. Good.
Yeah, sounds great.
Thank you very much. That's awesome.
Well, Pete, if I know you're hungry, you said you're drooling out there. I'll make an exception for you, man. You come and see me. I'll give you a brown bag lunch with a juice box in it. How's that sound?
Hey, Eric, it's amazing what you do for the community. I've known Eric for a long time, and he does what he does because he loves it, like anybody in the restaurant business, because it is tough. But it's great that you're able to give back.
Yeah.
I can't say enough for you.
Well, I appreciate that, Pete. Pete, while I got you on the phone right now, why don't you talk to the listening audience about your business and what you do? Because I know I definitely talked about that. I wanted to get you on here this week so we can plug you a little bit. So the floor is yours, sir. Take it away.
Okay. Well, I used to own gyms back in the Midwest, and I had a company come in and say, "Hey, do you want to put an ad on our menu?" And I said, "I'll give it a shot," and it worked real good. And so when I sold those and moved down here, I got in the insurance business, and I absolutely hated it. Just not my cup of tea. But I just remembered that ad I did on a menu. And anyway, I saw it in 2018. I went to Mamma Mia's in Port Richey and asked them if they want free menus. And they said, "What's the catch?" I said, "I'm going to put local advertisers on there." And from there, now I do menus from Spring Hill to Tampa. And Eric, you do one with me. So
yes,
I do a high quality menu. And I was laughing because when Bruce talked about nothing goes out if it's not right. I just delivered menus to Eric, and there was pictures on there, but they weren't his pictures of the food. And we reprinted it because it's my name on there, not only your name, so
sure.
It's got to be done right. So anyway, I supply restaurants with free menus. So it helps them with their costs, helps the advertisers with getting their name out, and I make a little money. So it's a real nice win-win-win.
Nothing wrong with that. Everybody wins in that deal.
Absolutely.
Yep. Yeah, no, I like it. Yeah, no, and I'll tell you, for anyone out there listening that's thinking about maybe taking Pete up on his services, when he says the menus are high quality, I mean, I'm going to tell you what, they are heavy gauge paper, heavy stock,
nice,
full color, full graphics.
What's the name of the company?
Pete, what's the name of your company again?
It's Be Seen Pro, BESEEN Pro.
Be Seen.
Okay, fantastic.
I would love to learn more about that.
Yeah, and I'm telling you what,
absolutely,
Bruce, for you as well, man. It would be a great fit for your business as well.
Yeah.
He takes full color images of your food, so you basically supply him with the pictures.
Yeah.
So it's 100% your property at that point. He takes those full color images, puts them on the heavy gauge paper. On the outside, there's advertisements, and then on the inside is a full menu of your food. The front of it is nothing but your menu.
Nice.
So when you look at it from the front, you don't realize there's ads in there. It's just a copy of your menu. Then you open it up and there's a couple ads on the left and the right.
Yep.
And it's all sponsored by the advertisers.
Yeah, it's a win-win for the community and for us, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I like that.
Honestly, the best part is I doubt that they put competing restaurants in there with you.
Of course.
So that way,
I don't put anything that will compete with your food. I mean, I've had restaurants going. I've had a coffee shop said, "Oh, I know them," but I went and asked the restaurant owner. I said, "Do you care if that place is on there?" No, they're good people. But in fact, when I meet with a restaurant, I say, "Is there anybody you don't want on here?" Because I ran into a couple situations when they didn't have the most friendly neighbors. They said, "I do not want that guy on my menu." Okay, and then they'll tell me. I always ask them, who do they want on there? Because every restaurant usually has some people that, that come to them a lot. I at least want to give them first opportunity to be on there. But yeah, we do all the design, everything, and then when you're out of menus, I print 5,000 of them. When you run out, I reprint them again with your changes because prices change, items change.
Sure.
So you'll never have to pay for another menu again.
That's awesome. Hey, another thing, if you're, I don't know if you do this or not, but I've been thinking about this, but I wouldn't mind talking to you about doing box toppers that way. That could be a nice driver for business.
Yeah, for sure. With the glue stick where you
just put it on there, let them go. I mean,
that's not a bad idea either.
Just want another way to get right in your face.
Absolutely. That's not a bad idea at all. Yeah, for sure. I don't know. Do you do anything like that, Pete?
Well, Bruce, I'm going to come. Is it Bruce that was just asking?
Yes. Yeah, that was Bruce talking to you.
Bruce, well, I'm definitely going to come visit just for the fact that I want to have your pizza. Well, let's sit down and explore that idea. I don't see. In fact, when I started off, mine was nothing but a pizza box topper. It was a square piece.
There you go.
There you go. Yeah.
But here's what I found is because of the pizza place has a lot of there's oil in the air. It was hard to get them to stick. So I made a trifold that you stick right down into the crease of the box.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
But hey, I'm open. I'm open to explore anything.
Awesome. Yeah, let's explore. There's some new glue today. I did it in kind for the bar next to us, and it worked perfect.
Yeah.
Just supply me the glue and the print, and I'll put them on for you.
All right, cool.
It works out great. Nice. And when you go there, make sure you speak with Jennifer. She's the CEO. She's the commander in chief there.
Yeah,
and,
she's your boss.
She's the badass that runs it all around there and makes sure everything's happy. And she'll work with you really well on that.
Awesome.
All right, cool. Well, there we go, Pete. So hopefully you and Bruce can do a little bit of business together, and then hopefully some people out there listening today can take you up on your services as well. You know what I mean? We're working together, trying to you're trying to benefit me, and I'm trying to benefit you at the same time. Hopefully, we can all meet in the middle and be successful with our ventures.
Well, I understand restaurant business. You guys work a lot of hours, and it's a very thin margin. And I'm glad that I can help out in my little way to help that margin. So.
Yeah, very cool. Well, you definitely do a good job, Pete.
We're ready for menus now, so please come see us.
Are you really?
Yeah, we're ready.
Oh, so there you go, Pete. You're in.
I'll be there today.
And Pete, I'm gonna tell you what, man. When you're looking for advertisers, where Bruce's Pizza Shop is located, there are how many different businesses would you say are in that plaza?
It's just in the plaza alone. There's probably 20, 30.
At least.
Just in our plaza.
At least.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll tell you who probably go on there is the game show place because I know you guys are friends with them. John Alfie's a buddy of mine who's one of the owners.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. We partner with them. Great. And when you go to the game show place, you get 15% off.
Nice.
Your pizza just by booking an appointment with them. And so
very cool.
It's a great relationship, and absolutely, Jonathan should definitely be on this.
Awesome.
Yeah. Right.
Good deal. All right, so it worked out good for everybody. Pete, thanks for calling in this week and talking about your business. I'm glad I got you set up with Bruce over here today too. All right.
Right.
Pete, enjoy the rest of your week. I'm sure I'll see you at some point before the end of it.
Oh, you got that right. I love my business. I get to go to restaurants.
Yeah, good for you, man. Cool. All right, Pete, I'll talk to you soon, buddy. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
All right, we are coming up towards the end of the show. I've got a quick story for everybody, though, before we get moving. I don't know if you all remember about my rant that I went on a couple weeks ago about the city of Newport Richey.
Oh, yeah.
With their big $700,000 stupid sign that they put over the top. Yeah, all right. Well, check this out. So I contracted a guy to paint a big mural on the side of my building, right?
Okay.
A couple of like Italian-looking gangsters, whatever, to attract some attention from
Tony
the
Montana.
side. I had this great big, what's that?
Tony Montana.
So, yeah, exactly. I had this great big wall with nothing on it right in the side of the building. So I called this guy, paint this mural, beautiful, came out great, right? So when I'm sitting, I had to run a couple of errands, but I had this mural had been on there for about a week or so, and I had to run a couple of errands this particular day. I come back, and the girl that runs the place for me says, the city just came by, and they said you have to take your mural down. I was like, what are you guys talking about?
Code enforcement is enforcing paint?
Absolutely. Code enforcement told me that I can have the mural up there, but I need to apply for a permit first. The permit has to get approved. I have to submit drawings, sketches, like before we actually do the mural, they have to tell me whether or not I can and can't have it on there. So not only did the city of Newport Richey make me take my flags down in front of the building that attract attention, they're going to make me take my mural down that I put on the side of the building as well. And the guy said, I'll be back in 3 weeks. Let Eric know I'm going to follow up. You can follow up all you want, man. I'm ready.
Exactly.
So what if you painted it beige?
Somewhere this Clearwater City Council is clapping.
Yeah, exactly. I'm sure. Yeah. What's
It's
that
not just us.
What if you painted it beige?
I don't know.
Do you
man.
still need a permit to paint it beige?
Yeah, I don't know. It was I painted the whole building gray before.
Are you an HOA?
No.
Oh,
No.
So I thought that was,
I'm in the city. of
it's
Newport
not deed
Richey.
restricted,
Yeah,
right?
it's no deed restriction. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's pretty wild the hoops they make you jump through and what they
They're just looking for this.
Oh,
That's
of course.
it.
Well,
Money.
Hey,
got to pay
listen,
those
guys,
retirements.
I'm glad I
Exactly.
get in on that story just to bash the city of Newport Richey one last time. I'll do it again next week too. But listen,
NPR.
we had a great show, Bruce. I want to thank you so much for being
Thank
our
you.
special guest on the show today. I think it went really well, Mike, as always. My esteemed host with his hell yes at the end of the show. You'll listen to the Night Fork Radio Show. We will see you next Thursday.